No,
segue your way into Raw on that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to segue to the closest thing we've had to a Hogan babyface, Cody Rhodes, which I've said for years now about his character, is he's the most pure babyface, just straight babyface character that we've seen since Hulk Hogan, really, because everybody else had a hint of the anti-hero, or like with John Cena, wasn't fully accepted by the crowd. I know Cody gets a smattering of boos here and there, but overall, I mean, people are singing his song, they're cheering him. His signings, he's always in the top merch sellers. His signings always sell out like within seconds. Like he's just a star, and he's just the best babyface and honestly, I feel like he's paved the way for a lot of people to be more of like a pure babyface that doesn't have to have that edge to him a lot. Like, I mean, whether it's Sami Zayn was doing it for a while with it, Kevin Owens before he turned heel. It's something cool to see where we have more of, where there is a clear divide between baby faces and heels. Because a lot of times that's where, that line will mix, or they're the cool heel that people cheer for, or, they're the baby face, but they're hitting people below the belt, or, getting the jump on stuff. And so, and it also works really well for Cody when he does cross the line. The few times that he does, it makes it more impactful, as opposed to like we talked about on other shows or other things where they just run it into the ground, or you overdo it and then it doesn't have any meaning.
He is so much better, and just like his dad in the chase mode, so much better.
I agree. But it's also one of those things that, like his dad, you've got to solidify his resume, where he's not just a one-time champion. Now he's going to have, I'm not sure if he's going to lose it before Mania, but I think he might lose it at Mania again. Did you, speaking of, and I didn't grab a tweet or anything, but did you hear the news about Drew McIntyre? He's been been cast in the new Highlander movie.
That was it. Okay, I knew it.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, he's Scottish, he's big. He looks good with a big sword like that. I don't know what character he's playing or anything in it, but maybe he is the Highlander. I don't know, but
interesting.
That's the big Drew news.
Speaking of Dusty, stay tuned for special programming notes.
Yeah.
Theater near you.
We have got some fun stuff coming up for that for sure. But this promo battle was good. This sets up. It's still surprising to me of how soon was it Crown Jewel? Yeah, Crown Jewel is. I mean, that's coming right up. I forget.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks. It might be. Is it
October 11th?
It's the 11th. Yeah, exactly. That's So it's they've only got 2 more Raws before that, so they got to kind of get into that. And that's now these are also those things where it's kind of an easy match to book, where you don't need to have a ton of story to it. It's champion versus champion. I wouldn't say winner takes all. Winner gets that cool ring, I guess, that Cody by the first time ever busting it out. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he was happy to have that, but this is the first time I've seen him wear it.
Were these two guys ranked
in the PWI 500? Yes,
we got them. Okay.
Yeah, Cody's number 1. Again,
I know.
I'm not exactly sure where Seth was, but I think he's in. I'm 99% sure he's in the top 10.
Yeah, usually he always runs in there. Maybe
number
top
8.
15. Oh,
number 8. Number 8. I would have thought he would be, because of the title run. It's one of those things of where he goes, which I kind of figure we can get into the PWI topic after we wrap up Raw.
I was curious where Seth was.
Yeah, no, I didn't read everything about the list, but I've looked into it a little bit. I'm always curious in the difference in people of, if somebody was, number 3 last year and is number 25 this year, like what happened in that?
But as we'll discover when we get there, the criteria is strange.
Yes, so. that I made sure to grab so we could talk about that, because I've never, I don't really care too much about rankings and star ratings and those type of things of it, but it is big news, and this is something that good a time as any to dive into it and learn more about it, since we're talking about it on air. I thought this promo was fun too, when Cody said how you get your goods behind you, and Heyman's like, I'm a goon. I thought that was funny, at least with it, but they're setting that up to be a good match. I assume Seth is going to somehow cheat to win, or are there
they're going to do something weird.
Yeah, right. I think it'll be something with that in it, because it just makes the most sense because the other one's going to be a babyface most likely with it. They had the tag match with Penta and the War Raiders versus the New Day. I don't know if it's New Day and Grayson Waller or if Grayson Waller is just part of the New Day, but
I think he's kind of working his way in.
And it works for me. It's something better for him with it. It gives him something to do. And as them being heels, plus I always love the idea of younger talent being able to work with and spend time with seasoned veterans and learn about the business. It's always beneficial to people that want it to be beneficial with. And I feel like Grayson needs that because there's definitely talent there. And he's great. He's a great shit heel, but the more veteran presence he can have around him, the better with it. But
the Xavier Woods character now is quite interesting. But
yeah, I like it. He's much better as a heel.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I definitely enjoy a lot of what he does with it for sure. And then Penta hit the Avalanche Mexican Destroyer on Grayson Waller. That was a fun way to end that match with it for sure. The one segment I wanted to make sure that we did talk about was Stephanie Vaquer cutting a pretty good, again, English is her second language, and she's really only spent the last year and a half putting a ton of effort into speaking English, and she does it very, very fairly well. There's a couple times where there's slips, but she gets her point across. She connects with the audience, like the stuff about her father. Obviously with me and my father passing away when I was in my early 20s, it means more to me personally. It's one of the reasons I'm a giant Cody fan too. But like, if that stuff doesn't connect with people, I just really, you know what I mean? Like inside, I feel like they worked really well with it. And I assume it's going to be her versus Tiffany at Crown Jewel, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. Tiffany's hurt or something, isn't she? Something weird.
No, I think that was part of their angles with it, as far as because she's in the match tonight on SmackDown, as far as I know. Now, if she loses that, then maybe she was hurt. I thought it was just more of an angle so she could either have a little bit of time off or film something. I'm not really sure. As far as I know, like seeing from shout out to Nick LaPiccolo, the agent, he said that she wasn't injured. And so far he's batting 1,000 as far as I know. So we had another instance of Bayley going nuts, snapping on Lyra Valkyrie after the match. Shout out to Dr. Gina from our Spaces. Was it 2-3 weeks ago now? She kind of told us where they could possibly go with it and the ideas of what Bayley's, breakdown and mental unravel would be like. And it's fun to watch now, knowing what Dr. Gina told us. I thought that was
what to look for and everything.
Yeah, and you could see it because there's points where she's fine, and then like her eyes kind of change, and then she snaps. Like, I don't know, it's enjoyable to watch, and like you said previously, it's really kind of helping to get Lyra more involved and get more people behind her because she's a great wrestler and great in ring, but there hasn't been that connection with everybody yet. And I feel like that's happening more through this, which is really what Bayley's role should be at this point. More of like like a player.
Yeah, but she needed a refresher anyway.
She did.
Getting way too old.
Absolutely. Plus, when you have that longer career, it's cool that she can kind of fall back on it where the previous personas are battling with each other, and you know what I mean. Like it works really well. I enjoyed that.
How thick are those? How thick are those soles in the bottom of her sneakers?
That Lyra always has those. They got the
Never
chunky.
Noticed that before.
They call it chunky. I said, yeah. Every time she comes if she's not wrestling, she's in some sort of. But they're like that. They're not high heels. They're like elevated. Usually they're elevated sneakers. Yeah,
interesting.
It's her thing. I also enjoyed Dom throwing JD to the wolves. Dom is definitely breaking away from Judgment Day sooner than later. It feels like it's going to turn him into a baby face, but he's still doing chicken shit stuff. Like where they had the backstage segment where, Finn was giving him shit and then he convinces JD to have his back. And they're like, I'll go talk to Pierce. Already talked to him. You got a match with Rusev coming up later tonight. And he's like, what? I thought that was great. I thought that was done and even Raquel and Roxanne were like, yeah, JD, you got to help him out. You got to have his back. And the moment that Dom says that, they're both like, oh, deuces, I'm out. And they both left. And then Dom doesn't try to help JD
he's trying to help match. There. He's trying to help.
He comes up and then goes back. Oh yeah, no, he totally chickens out, which is great. I'm mean, is he going to be a chicken shit baby face? I
No,
don't
they
know.
can't
I'm
do
not.
that. You can't
Yeah,
do
I
that.
know.
Either you go all in or you stick with this. Stick with this for
Yeah,
a
I just feel
while.
like you got to break away. I feel like he'll stay a heel, but it just seems like he's breaking away from the Judgment Day, which makes sense.
Unless for some weird fucking thing they do Judgment Day turn baby face and he stays heel. That would be
I
weird.
mean, they could. If you bring back Finn Balor's NXT music and you have
That's what I'm
that character as
saying.
Finn,
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it at NXT Homecoming, like that works and gets him over, and that's also too that character, like Finn works when he just talks a little less. Like he's a good talker, but he just doesn't need to talk as much. It's more as like the cool guy kind of situation, which I could see that. And honestly, with the way JD works, if you just tweak a few things and make that more babyface, people would love it. I mean, his guy's work rate is amazing, and he can sell like Ricky Morton. So
yeah, people love him already. People love
right?
that group.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you know what? I think that you were
know.
saying that might not be the way, but I think that might be the way. Honestly, that could work.
It could work.
It could. I'm not sure what you do with the girls, but honestly, if Liv comes back, that can
that's where you do with the girls. Once Liv comes back, you can make that turn a lot easier.
We just booked the rest of the year for Judgment Day. Come on, Triple H, add us to that hiring team. I would sit in those meetings. That'd be fun. I'd be on Unreal. More stuff with Jey Uso and LA Knight. One of them is turning heel sooner than later. I'm just not sure where they're going with it, but fun to see. It's interesting. It's giving more layers to Jay, which I actually like. I feel like that's
he's starting to need it too because it's starting to wear off.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, and I feel like that's the best way to kind of do it and add it to it is to have him either turn heel or just do stuff like this. Yeah, but I just want to at least cover that. And then the main event was excuse me. The main event was Rhea Ripley defeating Asuka. But then at the end, Asuka and Kyrie, well, mostly Asuka convinces Kyrie to attack Rhea. They give her the mist, and then Io comes down and they beat the snot out of Io. Not surprising, was kind of expected. You knew it was coming, but I thought it was a good way of doing it. I was still wondering if it was going to have the moment where Kyrie either snaps or is the one in charge or whatever, but they're running with it where Asuka's bullying Kyrie around, which works. I mean, Kyrie sells it very well. It's interesting. I enjoy it. But
I just wish Asuka wouldn't do that whole yelling Japanese thing.
Yeah, I feel like they must want to do that with. I know like some people. I agree, and I don't think it's so much. It's not so much weird to me as I just think it's overdone. You know what I mean? Like they just do too. And I mean maybe that's. To them, that's what they want to do. That's their version of it. Like that's because I know if it was under Vince, I would make more of like the claims of racism and what Vince, because he would stereotype people. But that they're getting a lot more freedom these days from Triple H and the writing team, and so there's there's obviously must be what they want to do with it. I would assume, and so it's just I agree with you. I would agree with you. I just think it's a little bit too overdone is the way I'd put it, but I'm excited to see them fully being heels and where it will go with the storyline. And I assume we're going to get Rhea and Io versus the Kabuki Warriors, which will be a great tag match. I'm not sure.
Did you notice when Asuka blew the mist that she actually blew spit at her?
No, I did not. I did notice how I mean, she got a lot on Rhea like that. Yeah. That wasn't like the old was it when Julia Hart would do it and miss people?
Yeah, she got it, but she also, I mean, they must have had, I gotta think that whatever she used, a balloon or a condom, whatever, when she spit it out, she spit.
Okay.
As long as the mist, but you see it on replay, the mist goes out, then there's like a loogie being tossed.
All right. No, I didn't watch it. I normally I watch most things twice just so I can have a better idea to talk about it. Yeah. But it's a good Raw. I think Raw's better. Heating up very well. Definitely was better than and they've got another PLE to kind of promote, especially with that one too. That's the Australia one, so you've got to really promote those because that's early start times for us here in the States.
I think it's 7 for me or 6 for me. I don't even know.
I would think 6 because I would think it'd be 4 for me. Yeah, because it's gonna be.
It's 8 a.m. Eastern. No, 7 a.m. 8 a.m. Eastern. So it's 7 for me. I don't know what it is. All
right, well, hang on. Let's look it up. WWE.
I think it's 8. Maybe it's 7. Maybe it is 7.
Just
I'm talking while you're filling. So
read the 8 a.m. Eastern for the main card.
Right the first time, 7 o'clock.
8 a.m. Eastern, yeah. And then so I would assume the pre-show is probably 2 hours of that, but yeah. Yeah, United States Eastern time, 8 a.m. But and that's not as bad. I thought it was more like 2 or 3.
No, that's you're good there.
Yeah, that's 5 a.m. for me, still a little rough, but I can make things work a little bit better with it.
I'm not getting up to watch it.
No,
wake up. But,
yeah, but it's just easier to avoid social media for sure.